Welcome to This Week in the Index. I'm your host, Grayson Brulte. Overall, it was a down week in the markets for the week of July 31st, as the Road to Autonomy Index declined 1.98%. The S&P 500 declined 2.29%. The Nasdaq 100 declined 2.89%. The Road to Autonomy Index outperformed the S&P 500 by 0.31%. The Road to Autonomy Index outperformed the Nasdaq 100 by 0.91%. The top performing stocks in the Road to Autonomy Index this week were Caterpillar, which returned 6.15%, Amazon, which returned 5.57%, Toyota, which returned 5.52%. While these stocks performed well, they are just 3 of the 38 publicly traded companies that are components of the Road to Autonomy Index. News and opinion drives the market, and this week in autonomy, there were some developments. On Tuesday, August 1st, Caterpillar, a Road to Autonomy Index component company, announced strong earnings for the second quarter of 2023, with sales and revenue increasing 22% to $17.3 billion. In the quarter, the profit per share was $5.67, beating Wall Street expectations of $4.50 per share, as polled by FactSet. It was a big beat for the company, and in the words of Seth Weber, equity analyst at Wells Fargo, CAT continues to out-execute our expectations. The sales increase for CAT's trucks and services be driven by the growth of its construction equipment division. Construction equipment sales rose 19% to $7.2 billion in the second quarter due to favorable price realization and higher sales volume. CAT's construction division operates on a 20.8% margin. The CAT business is firing on all cylinders, and in our opinion, they are only getting started as the company continues to invest in and deploy autonomous trucks and mining solutions around the world. Currently, CAT has 600 autonomous trucks in operation around the world. This is the single largest deployment of autonomous vehicles by any company in the world, including Waymo and Cruise. At some point in the next 12 to 18 months, both Cruise and Waymo will have larger fleets of autonomous vehicles in operation. But CAT, here's the catch, they will continue to operate the most profitable fleet of autonomous vehicles in the world. Why? Because their clients are buying autonomous trucks from CAT because they save money. Mine operators with as little as 12 to 14 trucks are currently looking at deploying CAT autonomous mining trucks, according to Jim Umpley, chair and CEO of Caterpillar. Mr. Umpley and the CAT board clearly realize the economic benefits that can be achieved from autonomy for their clients, and they are investing in those products for their clients. To quote Mr. Umpley from CAT's Q2 2023 earnings call, end quote, "We're certainly long-term bullish about that business," end quote. As they should be. Autonomy will be a very, very large business with very large margins, and CAT realizes this. It's not just CAT who is benefiting from autonomy. Their customers are also benefiting from autonomy. Autonomy is saving them money. Imperial Oil, a CAT customer, they have converted 73 out of their 79 Caterpillar 797 heavy haul trucks to autonomous. They're seeing lower operating costs thanks to autonomy. The remaining 6 Caterpillar 797 heavy haul trucks will be converted to autonomous by the end of Q3 2023. Oh, by the way, the Caterpillar 797 trucks, they're profitable when CAT sells them. When the conversion is completed, Imperial Oil will be operating a fleet of 79 autonomous trucks in the Canadian oil sands. From a cost-benefit perspective, Imperial Oil will see a unit cash benefit of at least $1 per barrel from using autonomous trucks, and the potential for productivity upside around 10 to 15% as compared to a staff truck. Bottom line is, autonomous trucks are saving Imperial Oil money and increasing their operating efficiency. This is the future of autonomy, a highly efficient operation. As autonomous vehicle startups look for markets to enter and opportunities to expand, the mining and construction opportunity remains vast. It's a very large opportunity. As CAT executes on their autonomous truck strategy and Imperial Oil uses autonomous trucks to increase operating efficiency, it's important not to lose sight of the messaging as the autonomous solutions are deployed around the world. The world's greatest product does not necessarily translate into the world's greatest business. For autonomy to become a great business, autonomy needs the public to buy in. Autonomy needs the public to understand how the technology is going to impact their lives. They have to imagine it. Amazon, a Road to Autonomy Index component company, which reported earnings of 65 cents a share on Thursday, August 3rd, beating Wall Street expectations of 35 cents a share, is changing the way that their grocery store strategy is. They are changing it for the first time since they acquired Whole Foods in 2017 for $13.7 billion. What's Amazon doing? Amazon is adding to the banned food products at Whole Foods, and they're searching for a new strategy with their Amazon Fresh stores. With 2 newly refreshed Amazon stores in Chicago and California, Amazon is in the process of reworking their grocery strategy. To date, the strategy has fallen flat and it's failed. Walmart, a Road to Autonomy Index component company, is currently the largest grocery retailer in the United States with a 25.2% market share, followed by Costco with a 7.1% market share, Kroger with a 5.6% market share. As for Whole Foods, they only have a 1.8% market share. Tied with Dollar General. That's right, tied with Dollar General for a 1.8% market share. Being tied with Dollar General for market share should create a light bulb moment for Amazon's strategy leadership team. Inflation. In 2023, 47% of consumers started shopping at a new grocer in the past year versus 41% in 2022 because of inflation, according to Morgan Stanley research. Inflation is running high. While it's coming down, it's still high. When you factor in the Fed interest rate hikes, which has raised the interest rate as the Fed funds rate to 5.5%, the highest in more than 22 years, U.S. consumers, they're feeling the pinch through higher interest rates on their credit cards. The average interest rate on a U.S. credit card currently stands at 20.93%. For U.S. consumers who are living paycheck to paycheck, they're suffering under the high interest rate environment. This is causing those individuals to cut back on their expenditures, including grocery store expenditures and buying cheaper items. In my opinion, the Fed is not going to lower interest rates over the next couple of quarters, so the consumer is going to continue to suffer as the Fed tries to tame inflation. As the Fed does their job and fights inflation, an opportunity is brewing and emerging for Amazon in the autonomous trucking industry. Want to win over the public and gain market share, Amazon? Have one or several of your Amazon Fresh stores for 1 week have all deliveries made by autonomous trucks and pass the cost savings along to the consumer. The average savings that I've estimated when you put autonomy into the grocery store supply chain and back of the envelope math is 20%. Have every item in those Amazon Fresh stores be 20% off for 1 week. 20% off for 1 week. Demonstrate to the public the power of autonomy. Demonstrate to the public the positive economic impact that autonomy will have on our lives. Show the public the true cost savings that can be achieved with autonomy. After all, you are Amazon. And to quote CEO Andy Jassy from the Q2 2023 earnings call, and quote, "We're trying to pursue to have a format in our mass Amazon Fresh stores that resonates with more consumers," end quote. Nothing resonates more with consumers than cost savings. Cost savings. After all, Sam Walton built a whole business on it. Walmart. Mr. Jassy, follow Mr. Walton's lead and roll back prices by adding autonomous trucks into the Amazon Fresh operations. Show the public. Because after all, seeing is believing. When consumers see that they have saved $20 for every $100 they spend on groceries, they believe. You are Amazon. Help us believe in a future where autonomy will benefit every member of society by lowering the cost of essentials that are groceries. This and more is possible with autonomy. Autonomy is coming. Autonomous vehicles and autonomous trucks will help to usher in the autonomy economy. Today, we are merely at the starting line for what is to come with autonomy and its overall economic impact. In the future, autonomy will be one of the largest industries in the world. Autonomy is a business, and there's an index to track its performance. The autonomy economy is coming. Follow the Road to Autonomy Index, ticker Autonomy, on your favorite finance app. Again, the ticker is Autonomy, AUTONOMY. Be sure to join us again next Sunday for the latest installment of the Road to Autonomy's This Week in the Index. The future is bright, the future is autonomous, the future is increasing efficiency and lowering cost with autonomy.